There.
Is that good for you? That was quick.
It's a quick one. It's fine. This is episode 211, A Pile of Tape.
Oh, I'm back. I didn't think of anything to say. I'm here.
That's good.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Let's do a podcast.
All right.
Hey,
Hey. Fancy meeting you here. What are you? Oh, wait.
I'm back.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that was a good one. Nice.
Did we didn't talk about this before?
Mm-mm.
We just did that crap as soon as the music ended.
This is just what life at the Tone Control is like.
Yeah.
Coordinated, hydrated.
Oh, delicious. Ice cold. That was like really full and I almost spilled it on myself, but I didn't do that. And
good for you, man.
So horseshoes and hand grenades.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking up something right now because I want to make sure I have it saved in a tab for later. Okay, I'm with you. Here we go.
Welcome to the Tone Control Podcast, where Derek plans his leisure activities for later.
I mean, for later in the show.
Oh, okay. It's like, oh, God. Don't forget the links you want to browse after we're done here.
Yeah, what am I doing after this? God,
jeez.
I just got to do this. I'm
Hey,
kind of busy later,
actually,
I guess.
Justin, how long does this go for? I have a thing.
You think I could leave a little early? I got to duck out.
I have a date with my couch.
That part is true.
Yeah. So, yeah, this feels new and different now. I've just been doing. I haven't done a regular tone control. I did a tone control minus Derek.
Yep, which was great. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kyle and Brian from the Tone Jerks for filling in. I super appreciate that. It was really fun to listen to the show, and I think I really the thing about what is a ripoff really got me, and I was like, no, this is like it was just getting into like the heat of the meat, right? Like it was getting into the good, and you're like, anyway, let's go to something else.
That's great. I felt like, I mean, that just happened in the moment, and I thought, oh wait, this is something, and well, whatever. Maybe if it had been planned as something, then it would the heart of the meat.
The heat of the meat, yeah.
The heat of the meat. I can't read. Just combine that with I can't read, and then we get where we're landing. Yeah.
Well, it's just a funny conversation about like the arts in general, right?
Yeah.
And like, have you ripped off? Have all podcasts ripped off other podcasts? Have all musicians? There's only friggin' 12 notes, guys.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm back.
Yeah, you're back, and I did a Tone Jerks on Monday night. So that's
awesome.
coming, and that
I'm excited for that.
In both cases, flies by. By the time I look at the clock, I'm already past the time that I wanted to prepare for and stop at.
Yeah.
So, but that was a lot of fun too, and we chit-chatted.
They're great dudes to talk
stuff.
with.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, they're good dudes to talk with, and every time that we've done something with them or I've done stuff with Brian separately, it's like, where does the time go?
Yeah.
And you could just kind of shoot the breeze forever, and in the best way. It's a lot of fun. So cool. And that's soon, right? When do they publish? Mondays? Tuesdays? My podcast schedule is royally fucked. So like I can't.
Well, that's the
I'm
other
way
thing.
behind on everything.
It's been spring break, so the girls have been on. They've been here at
Eric's
the house.
is Friday. Okay.
For like 2 weeks. They do on Friday. Okay. Well, tomorrow then. So probably tomorrow is the one.
Oh hell yeah.
That I was on, but the girls have been here for like 2 weeks. This is the end of spring break, and everything goes to hell. But nothing as thoroughly and completely as my podcast listening schedule. I don't even have that. Like, I don't have that many that I go to. But boy,
I've got
oh
a
boy.
bunch that I'm way behind on. Beth and I are listening to a podcast like asynchronously but together, and they publish 4 days a week. And
Is
they're
it
short.
3 minutes long?
They're like 20 to 30 minutes and they're great. But so I can listen to that while kind of like, like just puttering around the house after work.
Yeah.
But it's the other stuff, the longer stuff that's at least an hour that so one of them I don't want to stop listening to, but I feel it might end up just happening because I don't know if I can catch up anymore because I don't drive anywhere.
Too
I don't
far
have
out. Yeah.
I don't have a commute to like listen on and stuff. So, it's crazy. Vacation's great, but then like, how do you listen?
Yeah. I haven't been on vacation. I mean, I took part of a day yesterday, to go to the zoo with them, but I've been kind of out straight actually. Thanks a lot, vacation. But you guys had a vacation.
Yeah, we went to Shenandoah National Park, which is in Virginia, kind of northern-ish Virginia. And we do the national parks a bunch, and it was really fun. And it was kind of like a baby moon, if you will, like one last proper trip, but just the two of us before we are three of us, basically. So it was cool. There was like some weather and stuff, and we had to delay our trip by a day and stay an extra night with my parents, which was like a whole thing. It was like, fortunate we had somewhere to be, but like, your vacation's cut a day short. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So we got stuck in my hometown and stuff. And it wasn't the end of the world. It was just like, it was one of those things where what the right choice is, which is to not travel.
Yeah.
But you just really don't want it to be the right choice. So you're like
searching for the other option.
Deep down, you accept its truth, but it's like, God damn it. Right? So, but we went down, we were in this town called Stanley, Virginia, and it was kind of borrowing the line from one of the park rangers. We were telling him where we're driving in from. I said, it's like a one-horse town. There's not really a lot going on there. And he's like, Stanley, huh? Kind of like a half-horse town. So it was really not a lot there. And like kind of you can see from one end of town to the other, very small place in between entrances to the park. But it's a really beautiful area, really quiet, which was nice. We were truly able to unplug and just like hang in the Airbnb, watch some movies, go to the park a few days.
Sweet.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah. And now we're back and things are crazy as expected. There's this thing, the part of vacation that I hate is usually the return, right? Like I don't want to be on the road. I just want to be home. Yeah, I don't want to travel. I want to arrive. And
travel's tiring. I agree.
It is.
And completely.
Being in the car for so long sucks too, because cars, they can be comfortable, but it's an uncomfortable position to be in for like 10 hours. And the drive from Virginia to New Hampshire is quite long. We stopped in Connecticut on the way back again, but tri-state area, New York, New Jersey traffic was awful. And so you get into this stage where you're like, I just figured out I'm actually never going to get home. You kind of come to terms with
my life
like,
now.
oh wait, I'm not going to get home. And that sort of thing kind of sucks. So we were both like a little cranky by the time we got home and like ready to be in our separate corners for a while. Stuff on the ride that I realized was like, wow, I've gone from not driving at all to driving hundreds of miles in one shot. So my tolerance for being in the car is immediately depleted.
You're out of practice.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, Beth and I haven't had a lot of time, just the two of us. That's not like weeknights or weekends. So suddenly we have 8 days together. It's like, oh, you're still here. Oh, right. Okay. Not in a negative way, but it's like, oh, we haven't been around each other so much in a really long time.
Yeah.
And something I didn't notice really. It was great, but it was like I said, we came home and we're like, well, I'm going to go downstairs and play some guitar for a while and just be by myself. So anyway, it was great.
Get that. Yeah, that's cool. And it was neat. Like some of the pictures you were sharing, at the beginning of the trip, hiking, and there's like snow on the ground, but it's clearly like very, very nice out.
It was like
because like you said, the weather, and then it got super nice for the rest of the vacation.
Yeah, there was the day we were supposed to go down, they were expecting 5 to 10 inches of snow. And we're like, okay, well, we're not going, right? That's why we had to wait a day. But we get there and there's all the snow on the ground, but it was warm. The rest of it melted off pretty quickly. The rest of the week was fine. But, muddy, wet, slushy park hikes and stuff. So it was cool. The Appalachian Trail runs through the park a lot. So we were off and on of that, which is cool.
A lot. It sounds like it moves around.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, we caught it. It was in town.
It's here a lot. I think you'll probably get to see it.
But most of the park is the Appalachian Trail is a major section of it. And a lot of the park's trails stem off of it. So I can say that we did part of the Appalachian Trail, which is kind of cool. 0.2 of a mile, something like that.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Also, the park, that area, it's in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and super beautiful area if you're thinking about checking it out. I totally recommend it. The park is at like between 3,000 and 5,000 feet elevation, though. So like it's a weird thing to just drive up and up and up and up and up. You're like, wow, there's a lot more snow here, and it's 15 degrees colder than town. Got to kind of remember that stuff. But anyway, enough about my vacation.
All right. So let's back into the swing of things. I guess guess who's still around? It's your old boy, the Pedal Genie.
Thanks to Pedal Genie for sponsoring the Tone Control. Visit pedalgenie.com and start your wish list today.
So
heads up, I don't have a pedal this week.
Oh, okay. In that case, I do, but I didn't open it yet. So
I held on to mine when we were away on vacation because I didn't want a new pedal sitting in my mailbox for a week. So
right on.
I sent it a few days after we got back. I'm sorry, my nose is like unbelievably itchy. I can't figure out my life, and
the allergens attacked in this moment. It's going to be that kind of episode.
Yeah, it's something.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm with you. Here we go.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, the next thing on my list is more of you talking. So,
okay.
Derek went to a Bluegrass concert at a retirement home.
Yeah. So, or the first night of our vacation, we drove from
does
here.
this deserve a sound stinger?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
So that's a little longer than what I usually play, but it definitely deserved to have the whole thing in there because it's fantastic. And I don't know if I've used that very much before.
I don't remember that one, but I see in the notes it's the Wampler Dual Fusion.
Yeah.
A pedal that I remember not loving, but still the demo's cool.
Well, yeah. Well, that's good. Well, that's true about a lot of gear, isn't it? You start saying, well, this is good and this is bad. Well, guess what? It's all fine.
It's all right. Yeah. So, okay, here's what happened. We drove from New Hampshire to Connecticut for one night just to cut the edge off the trip. It takes like 3.5, 4 hours off a long drive like that. So that was great. That night, it was Friday night. My sister calls and she's like, hey, my sister went to school for music study and music teaching, by the way. So just a little tidbit there. So she says, my friend from college is in a bluegrass band, and like he's a classmate. We graduated together. And his band has a show. Do you and Beth want to come? She and her future husband, got tickets. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. So we met up for dinner and we go to the show, right? So we're at dinner, and Matt, my future brother-in-law, says, he's looking up the address, like getting directions. And he's like, so this is bringing me to a retirement home. And we're like,
so he finds out in this moment as well.
He finds, yeah. And so we're like, all right, well, maybe they like share a parking lot. Right. Who knows? Because it's like the such and such theater, it's this place, and we had to buy tickets, and there's a whole thing about like COVID cards and screenings and all that. Mm-hmm. We're like, well, that's weird. Okay. Well, maybe it's just like the same facility somehow. Who knows?
Okay.
So we go, and sure enough, we pull into the hippest, nicest, newest, shiniest retirement home you've ever seen in your life. It is brand spanking new. Like, it looks like super luxury downtown apartments, right?
Uh-huh.
Massive building, humongous. So we get there and it's quiet, right? There's not a lot of people there because it's not a concert venue. It is a retirement home. And this guy, we pull up to the thing and the guy's like, hey, are you here for the concert? Well, yeah.
Damn straight.
So we are in the right place. And he's like, oh, yeah. You can park over here. You can park over there if you want. It's so great to see so many people coming out. We're like, stop talking to me. So I'm not here. Just tell me where to put my car, dude. So anyway, we go and like we walk in and sure enough, this is like, we get into this place and it's like a retirement home and they're checking COVID cards, which like explains why, because the mandates had lifted. And
but
we're like, but they need the cards.
Here. Yep.
But they're extra because it's a retirement place. So, okay, that makes sense. And so we walk in, and this place is gorgeous and beautiful and like somewhere I want to live at 34. Right? And it's the inside, they have designed and architected and made to look like the outside world for presumably the Alzheimer's patients. So it is like a full downtown place indoors.
So it's like a Hollywood set inside a building kind of situation.
Pretty much. And
it's like the set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
And it's called Main Street, right? And then there's like a salon and a cafe and an ice cream shop, and they all have exterior facades inside. And there's just like a sidewalk you kind of come down. It looks like a casino feel or like a super hip hotel kind of thing. So it's got that like, I'm inside, but it feels like outside, but it's inside. And it kind of messes with you. And so we come in and we turn the corner and there's this huge full bore theater indoors with the lights and the marquee and the movie posters. And it's all like Art Deco style and stuff. It's awesome. And we're like, what have we just walked into? But this is, we're here to see a bluegrass band. Right, from
on Main Street, apparently.
On Main Street in a retirement home that's like the friend of my sister's from college. So like this just pulling things out of a hat that could never go together. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we go and we walk in this theater. It's stunning, absolutely beautiful, insane light rig, insane sound system. One of the best sounding rooms I've ever been in. And it also clearly doubles as a church on the weekends.
Sure.
So we walk in and there's like a parking lot of walkers right inside the door.
Jesus. Is this in Connecticut? Are we in Connecticut now? Okay.
Yes. We're in Cheshire, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheshire, Connecticut. So parking lot of walkers, bunch of old people, slightly less old people working as the attendants, like to bring you to your seat and stuff, So we get there and the seats are like super cushy and wide. The aisles are really big and it's incredible. And so then the band takes the stage and they fucking kill it. It was like one of the greatest musical nights any of us had been to.
Yeah.
And every now and then you'd like look around and there's like, this person's 90 and that person's 85. And it's just all these old people digging the bluegrass, right? And the band crushed it. They were so good. I can't recall the name at this moment, but I will put it in the show notes. They were wicked, and I suggest you look them up. They're clearly hugely inspired by Punch Brothers, and they played a couple Punch Brothers tunes and stuff, and they were just monsters of their craft. And I was like, bluegrass totally rules, and I don't give it enough credit. And it was great. It was so good. And so every now and then, I'm sitting next to my sister, and she would just kind of like quietly explode in laughter, putting all the things together, right? We're in a retirement home. We're watching bluegrass in a theater, indoors, double indoors.
Indoors, outdoors, indoors.
Yeah. So it was very crazy. But like objectively great, It's just a weird combination of things. It like, by all accounts, you're like, there's no way this could be cool. No, it was great. It was super cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, bluegrass, right? The heavy metal of not having to have magnets near you. I don't know. I can't figure out what it's the heavy metal of, but I know it's something.
They did a great job. So they just had mics on stage, kind of for the band. There wasn't
and they just walk around,
and they just push back and forth, and they get a little closer when it's their part, and they back off a little bit, and they're doing that all live.
Yeah,
it was so good, so good. So yeah, banjo, upright bass, acoustic guitar, and mandolin, and then 3 of them were singing, and fiddle, and 3 of them were singing, and it was wicked.
What is the difference between.
You're going to ask me what the difference is between a fiddle and a violin?
Everybody is going to ask you that.
I have no fucking idea, and I meant to look it up before we started talking, and I didn't. How to hold it? I hope.
He might actually know.
So the thing is, if that's true, I love it. If it's not, I still love it.
All right, let's jump ahead. The next news item comes now. All right, this fucking thing.
This fucking thing, it's real, guys.
Sorry, that was that music that you just heard. The Big Ear Loaf. I feel like one of those is the name of the company and one of those is the pedal, but I can't figure out which one. Because
it's whichever one you want. I know which one it is.
It's in the eye of the beholder. Fiddle is on. So violin is under the chin. Fiddle is on the arm. On the arm, like here. Like, is it still?
Oh,
it's still my left hand, but I have it against my arm instead of my chin. So am I like extended?
Hang on.
Is that what's going on?
Okay, the words fiddle and violin are two names for the same stringed instrument. Fiddle is just an informal way of referring to the violin. Okay, yes. In a bluegrass band, it's more likely to be called a fiddle.
Okay.
A fiddlist?
I like fiddler because it does sound like you're doing something you're not supposed to do.
I think fiddlist is pretty good. Not fiddleist, but like fiddlist.
Fiddlist. Jesus. Okay. More on this after the news item. So this
the
right
Boss
here that we're seeing, this fucking Boss thing.
So it's real and it's out. You can pre-order them or order them or whatever. It's $250. Okay, great, cool. Now there is also the RE202. Did I link to the wrong one? No, there's another link in the show notes.
I got different links because I didn't like your links, so I got these pages.
Fine.
So this is the 202. Look at that motherfucker.
Yeah, so this was like kind of just slipped in when the RE2 was dropped. It's kind of a reimagined version of the 201 Space Echo from a few years ago. So anyway, it's the big boy version of the new Space Echo circuit and stuff like that. It's $400. It has way more controls. It has presets. It has MIDI. It has USB. Cool.
Well, that's probably it. I mean, this one does make the other one look really stupid.
Well, I still kind of want the Boss, the little baby. Yeah, because like
is this let's click back here. Is this $250 worth of pedal?
Well, that's a different question. But I think for the sounds of the Space Echo versus the footprint and stuff like that, like I dig that.
See, I like these things, the real ones, how they have this pile of tape.
Yeah,
this is what I've always liked. The pile of tape and it's all covered up most of the time. But I think they should all have just like acrylic tops, right? So that we can. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about, though. We're talking about this stupid thing.
I kind of like the RE2. I just think it's for me, it's the one that I would buy personally because, I have a timeline and the Helix stuff. So, like, I don't need another, like, full-bore, preset-heavy, MIDI-capable thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the interface of a Boss Stomp Box is, like, still among the greats. And we don't talk about that a lot anymore, So... just because it's been around for so long, but is Pile of Tape the name of your new band?
Nice. Could be. And
it's got like the true bypass carryover, buffered bypass carryover thing. Yeah. I'm sure they both do. So that's cool.
Set
that's
tempo,
all.
hold. I don't like all the, having to do the fanciness with the Boss button, hold it down to access the other features and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't think that works.
A lot of Boss pedals have had that over the years, and it's fine. Right. It does have an external like tap input.
You can plug a switch into it.
Yeah, but also I think I don't know. Like I've got some delay pedals that don't have a tap tempo, and it's perfectly fine. For the hyper control of like syncing with BPM and stuff. Obviously, you want that, but when I'm just playing, I don't. Yeah, and I think the Space Echo. The original unit obviously didn't have a tap tempo, so like
no, it's just bananas all the time. You can't get it to do anything you want, so you just accept that it's another player in your band. It's coming back.
The nose,
the nose attacks. Yeah, it's like it's another player in your music. It's another person who's going to do whatever they want to do.
That's very true about the new Chase Bliss delay pedal, which we're not talking about tonight. But
the one that was going to cut my head off or whatever.
Yeah, that thing would just send you straight to the moon. But it's got something like a 3-minute delay time.
I mean, that's play a note.
Like you can play a whole song and then it just plays it back.
Come back, still playing that note.
Yeah, go get a bite.
Or you come back and then the repeat happens. Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So it's a big week for delay pedals again. I know we just talked about delay pedals, but like,
what are you
I'm
saying
on board here.
The whole delay pedal thing's coming back around again?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Hell yeah.
That is what I'm saying, dude. Let's go. Let's freaking do it.
Do it.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah.
Do you want to leave? All right. Is that good? Are we good on Boss?
I'm good on Boss. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, go check out
250 for this little boy. 400 for the big boy.
Yeah, go check them out.
It does seem like the way this all went down, they were just trying to wet everybody's whistle.
I think so.
Intentional leaks.
You think it was an intentional leak? I don't know.
False flag leak, and then they don't have to market anything because it's like all that, are they really kind of shit does all the marketing for you, and then they're like, oh, by the way, RE202.
Mic drop 202. Here you go. Yeah. I mean, it's an obvious winner of a layout for a pedal. That's the thing. Like the Space Echo fits in this shape super well.
I mean, that's literally just a Space Echo with buttons on the bottom of it.
Exactly. So yeah, the RE2 is kind of the more adapted version, I guess. But like, I'm still into it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about a different delay pedal now.
At the end of a song.
3 minutes later.
All right. Let's do something else.
Not a clue. It's a Tone Control Hall of Famer, though. I hear it all the time.
It is. That's the Supermoon. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Probably the last time we were actually together, and I had to put it in.
Right.
That was one of my favorites. This is the whole thing. Justin doesn't like reverb pedals except whenever he gets one from Pedal Genie.
Yeah.
Okay. So
cool, man.
Next up, Line 6 releases a brand new delay pedal.
A brand new old delay pedal.
A brand new old delay. So this is the DL4, but it's a Mark II. Hiya!
Haha!
Yeah.
So let me just cut to the chase. I fucking love this. Okay, like I'm here for it. I think it's awesome. The DL4, I had one. It has been it's been out for 20 years. 22 years, I guess. Yeah, 22 years this year. 23.
Yeah.
And it's just a staple of the industry at this point. The big green thing. It runs on 4 fucking C batteries. So like, it's
that's so stupid.
And I know it is.
What the
That's
fuck
why
is
this
a
one's
C
so much
battery? Give me a break.
So it was 1999, Justin. We didn't know any better.
It was like, take them out of your boombox and plug them into this and make some music. Fuck.
So remember when the TC Electronic tone print stuff hit the market and the Flashback X4 came out? We were like, well,
and everybody was
see you later, Line 6.
Line 6, you just got your lunch ate by some new kid. You're fucked.
See you later. Yeah. And I remember thinking like, well, this is obviously better because the DL4 is so unupdated. And it's already been out for 12 years or whatever at the time, And here we are. So
there was
it's funny.
There was some like quality of life features on that TC Electronic X4 though.
Yes.
It was an upgrade. It was. We're joking, but it was an upgrade.
It had the subdivision control. It had MIDI sync, which I didn't use, but it had that. It had the tone print stuff in the first place. Like they had 4 tone print slots that you could customize. The buttons were not going to break. Like that was a thing. I had to get my DL4 repaired at one point because the buttons, I just wore them out. So anyway, now what's funny is that in Helix products, legacy Line 6 effects exist, which includes the original DL4 and many others. So anyway, the DL4 Mark II enters the game and it's here to fuck. Okay.
So is this guy got like a little tiny Helix brain?
Yeah, it's the delay engine from Helix, essentially.
It's just like one core of that shit or something, right?
Yeah. And it's got the new Helix switches and stuff that are like the capacitive touch. It's got the multi-LED ring around it.
Yep.
It has all of the original DL4 sounds in it and all of the new Helix delays in it. And I think that is the move.
Yes.
It's got everything.
It's got it all, and it's got subdivision control.
Subdivision.
Which the other one was sorely missing. So, I mean, that's it. And now the only issue is, does the green match?
I don't think it does. I think it's a little different.
They change it on purpose because it looks lighter to me. It was always sparkly like this, though, right?
Yes, kind of metallic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
so. I think this thing rules. It's got a bunch of other awesome features. It's still got the looper.
Look, I can just switch it right here on Sweetwater. There's the original.
Yeah, there's the original, which you can still get.
You can still buy this bitch. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that loop sampler. Look at the typeface.
Yeah, so 1999, right?
Yeah, and then we got to flip back. Compare.
Enter the future.
Look how modern it is with the black.
Yeah, they took the battery compartment out, which saved a ton of room. So it's much smaller, which is rad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got the looper built in. And if you're familiar with people like Reggie Watts, a lot of people such as Reggie Watts, have used the DL4 for looping vocals. They'll like use some adapters and get a vocal mic into that thing. Yeah. So Line 6 just threw an XLR on the back of this sumbitch.
Son of a bitch.
Pull up the back panel. You got a picture there?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Look at that.
It's got a mic input.
Fuck you.
With a little gain knob on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Okay. So you can use that for miking up an acoustic or using for vocal processing or all kinds of stuff.
There's your MIDI, there's your SD. Yep. USB-C.
USB-C.
You got to have that C, baby.
Check it out. So works with any dynamic mic. It has a little gain control thing. And the micro SD will read for the looper. So you can like preload loops on it and play them on the pedal for jamming along with. Very cool. It's $299. It's $50 more than the original. I think this is the play. Like this is, if you're not wanting to go into like the full Helix stuff or like want something that's like not a timeline
you've got a bunch of legit pedals for drives and shit like that. Throw one of these out there for you.
Yeah. Right? Or if you like loved the DL4, but like, it's old, right? Or it broke or whatever.
Old bastard.
Look at this old piece of shit.
Just look at the back of this thing. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, stereo in and out. That's it.
That's it.
The new one's got the MIDI.
Wait, hold on.
That, so
9 volts. It takes 1.2 amps at 9 volts.
Yeah, Line 6 has their own barrel connector size, so you don't accidentally
you don't
plug
screw
it in.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes with its own thing, as we see here. What do I got? 500 half an amp.
Yeah, that's the new.
That glorious power efficiency. At that rate, you could, whatever. USB-C can power anything. I was about to say, you could power that over USB. Oh, of course you fucking could. USB-C can carry like 100 watts of power.
Yeah. So if you go over to the right side, you'll see expression pedal in, but that now can also take foot switches all the way over to the left. Sorry.
Yeah,
foot switch 5 and 6.
A dual switch, right? So you could plug one of those old Marshall switches into it.
Yep.
I assume.
Yep. Or any sort of momentary dual switch. I have one for my HX Stomp, and it's awesome because you can have up to. So you've got the 3 presets plus tap tempo. You can add 2 more presets to this thing now, which is really cool. So $299, like get it. Oh, also it has secret reverbs. So you like push a button. They're not even on the panel.
Secret menu reverbs. You got to know
secret
how to
menu
ask for.
reverbs. Yeah, so like you can add reverb to the delays and stuff, and they're the whole suite of Helix reverbs, which are also killer. So, yeah, I mean, frickin' get it.
Get it. Get it done. All right. Way to go, Line 6, for releasing a thing that you already released over 20 years ago.
Way to go.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, they got it back.
They did it. They brought it back.
How hard would it be? How hard would the secret stuff be to get through in a live setting? Probably pretty hard, but don't forget that the thing is loaded with presets. So it's kind of one of the major drivers for that pedal.
I don't know. Does it have the 90s attitude? Well, you could see in the graphics that it definitely is lacking 90s tude, which is how you said that back then, by the way.
Yeah.
Youngster.
I think it's great, man. I think I was so excited to see that.
Okay. All right, guys. We're going to do Pedal Genie, and unless I'm mistaken, the gifts for tonight are Willem Dafoe.
Hang on. Before we get into this, this is the
Everybody shut
article.
up.
This is the thing I wanted to look up before we got rolling with Pedal Genie.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I'll let you all get ready. The gift call tonight is Willem Dafoe, famed actor, wonderful, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I saw this headline, a few months ago, and it's just been like knocking around in my brain ever since because of how absurd and insane it is. And when the gift call tonight was Willem Dafoe, I said to myself, you got to find that article. So, the bizarre story of how Willem Dafoe needed a penis double for Lars von Trier's film Antichrist. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yep.
I'm
Do
here.
you know the story?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Willem Dafoe needed a penis double because Willem Dafoe's actual penis is too large.
Okay. I assume the article doesn't end there. Let's go in. Let's do this.
Let me find the thing. Lots of strange sex scenes in the movie. Okay, so the director revealed in an interview that Willem Dafoe actually needed a double for his sex scenes because his penis was so large that everyone in the room got confused.
I'm sorry. Got confused?
Got confused. That's the quote.
Forgot what they were.
What is happening?
Everybody's getting so here's the thing. You're on the movie set and you're doing sex scenes and stuff. So like, the signs up on the doors, all this stuff, like, hey, we're doing the sensitive stuff here. Everybody, like, you gotta be cool, you gotta be, everybody knows what they're doing. Nobody's working on a Willem Dafoe movie and they're like, wait, what's a sex scene? You know what I mean? Everybody knows what they're doing. But then he pulls it out and everybody just starts going, what? Wait, what am I what
yeah,
year?
What did you say? What? I can't. Okay.
Back to one, everybody. Back to one. Wait, what does he mean by that?
Yeah, where am I?
What am I on now if I'm not on one?
So large that it confused everyone in the room. The famous scene where the penis ejaculates blood actually has someone else's penis in frame, as the director felt Dafoe's appendage was too large.
God, okay. Yeah. I'm there.
I mean, so I just wanted to like throw that out there to set the stage because that is the most insane story I've ever heard.
This is the greatest moment in Mr. I Guess's life. And that's something that's a little soundbite that sounded better in my head. I didn't really fully think that through.
It's remarkable. Like,
okay.
And so now it's become this apparently this Hollywood legend rumor, basically.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, I can only assume. I don't care if it's not true. Right. Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
That doesn't matter.
No.
This doesn't hurt anybody by being true.
No.
By masquerading as true, it hurts an equal number of no people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, now
now that we're
by
all
now, I assume you have plenty of gifts ready, and we can do.
Yeah. Now that we're all calibrated on Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, we can cut to the ad for our advertiser. On that. See, it's happening. I'm getting confused. Jesus.
All right, let's do it.
Yep. Fire away.
Pedal Genie is like the Netflix of guitar pedals. Rent any pedal you want for as long as you want for one low monthly price. Shipping is included and there are no late fees or time limits. With over 1,500 pedals to try from nearly 100 different manufacturers, Pedal Genie definitely has the gear you want to try. Subscriptions start with Flex at just $19.95 a month. Try out one pedal at a time for as long as you want. Send it back when you're ready for the next one. For only $39.95 a month, the standard subscription includes shipping, so you could have a different pedal every few days. If one isn't enough for you, Pedal Genie Pro gets you 3 pedals at a time for only $64.95 a month. Shipping included. There's a subscription for everyone, and best of all, your first month is free. If you find the pedal of your dreams, the one you just have to keep, Pedal Genie will offer you a buyout option. Prices vary with the length of your membership and the type of pedal, but you'll definitely get an awesome price for the pedal in your hand. So head to pedalgenie.com to fill up your wish list with pedals, and they'll send out your first pedal ASAP. Pedal Genie, all your pedal wishes granted.
It's a monkey. He's a fucking monkey. Oh God.
Good God. Oh my God. This is so great.
This is so much.
It's like they're
so
like
much better
Willem
and
Dafoe.
worse.
They're like Willem Dafoe deepfakes. Like they just put his face onto somebody else.
I thought
so
for
good.
sure. I mean, this is apparently this is a thing because there is just a limitless supply of gifts you already know.
Yeah,
except
but with
they've
Willem
been
Dafoe's
defoed.
face on
Yeah.
them. They've been defoed.
The gifts have been defoed. Yeah. Yeah, something of a scientist myself. This is the only one I was expecting, and it's literally the one that didn't come.
Wow.
Okay.
What a time. Great job, everybody.
Fantastic.
Well
Fantastic
done.
work. So should I open this pedal? I don't even know what it is. Hold on.
Yeah, go for it. He's opening the pedal.
I need a
grabbing
knife.
the bag.
Hold on.
Oh, here, I got one. Did you pause for a second and
I looked
I would
at
hand
I
you
didn't
one?
know what you I mean, I'm still confused because of the penis.
For those not in the know, Justin and I are hundreds of miles away from each other.
All right. Hold on. Ugh. This is
Goodness.
a heavy one. Hold on.
Well,
What is
it's
this?
Willem Dafoe's.
Yep.
Oh, the pedal. Okay.
Yep, the pedal. Whoa. Oh, this
What
is
you
a
got?
death. This is a death by audio
Oh,
joint.
wicked. The deep animation?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Let's look it up.
Frequency selector. Oh my God, I get to select frequencies. And I have
Deep
volume
and
and I have intensity and sensitivity. Is this a synthesizer?
It's a bass overdrive.
Bass overdrive. You got it. All right. Vamp and look it up and maybe talk about it while I get a bass and some
Okay.
chords.
I got you. Okay. The Death by Audio deep animation envelope filter with serious attitude. The Death by Audio stuff looks the coolest. This mangled filter sweeping, abruptly overdriving pedal is designed to respond to your playing. It syncs its wave thumping movement with the force at which you play. So that's the envelope there. Andy here is pictured playing it with a guitar, so maybe you can still play it on with a guitar as well. So sensitivity control determines the point at which the filter engages. Okay, intensity simultaneously blends in resonance amount. Blah blah blah. Volume adjusts the output volume. Okay, great. Selects the frequency range of the filter. Controls the polarity of the filter decay once triggered, so you can sweep it up or sweep it down. Cool. Okay. Oh, that's on a foot switch. Interesting. I don't know if I would have put that on a foot switch. Are you back with us, Justin?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm going to tune this
Okay.
bass because it hasn't been off the wall in a moon or two.
So it's an envelope filter, but with some overdrive stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So you can trigger it to go up or down, basically open or close the envelope.
Okay.
And the thumbnail of the video here does have it pictured with a guitar, so maybe it can be used on guitar. I'm sure there's nothing that would stop you from doing that.
Yep.
But it's got sensitivity, intensity, and volume controls. It looks like a pretty simple operator.
All right. Okay, let's plug it in.
Do it.
Power connected. Let's plug the guitar in. Input. Oh, there's a separate trigger input as well. That's interesting. Okay, now I gotta connect it so that everybody can hear it.
It's $270.
Okay.
Death by Audio will take 4 interest-free payments.
Good.
Mangled filter sweeping, abruptly overdriving pedal. is designed to respond to your playing. So I'm curious what that means, but let's do it. Abruptly overdrive. It's like startling overdrive.
Now I got to make sure I turn on a bass amp here. This one. Oh.
Wonder what the external trigger does. There you are.
All right, that's a bass. Let's see. Channel. She's channel 2? Nope, that sucks. What's going on? What's going on, amp? Just crank the damn volume, right? Here, can I power soak? No, I don't need that. Input gain. I like input gain.
There we are.
Okay, now I got something. Okay, let's get that out of my way. Whoa, pick down.
Hey now.
Okay. All right, so that's what my bass sounds like. Sounds
like a bass.
Jazz bass.
Hey, my jazz bass is right behind me.
All right, we're turning it on.
Jazz bass party.
Oh, I'm clipping my input now. So I can turn the volume down. All right, so it sounds like it's doing something. Intensity, sensitivity.
Oh, it sounds a little synthy. So what's the frequency selector set to?
3. So let's start at 6. What is this? Okay, 5. No, let's swing it all the way around. Let's go back over to 1.
What's the up-down switch set to?
Up. I'll flip it.
I hear it opening a little. It's like an auto walk. Yeah.
All right, let's turn the sensitivity up.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, now it's
What's the
moving
intensity
faster. The intensity's kind of high. What if I turn it way down? Oh, it kind of fades away on me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting somewhere. Now that I got the sensitivity up, there's enough movement on it, right? So
yeah.
Oh, here. Now I'm on these middle settings.
Okay, yeah. So, like, envelope filter on bass is not uncommon, but with the overdrive, that's pretty wild. Like, you don't hear that too often.
Right, so this is like the baseballs, Ernie ball thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can sort of hear a little bit of that now when I'm kind of strike it tough.
So switch that up-down switch again.
All right, so we're going back up. More intensity. I don't get this.
I bet you could make some cool sounds with it, like if you had a ton of time to get it crazy with some other.
I think I need to be taught. There's a filter there, and it is sweeping, but it's like a bandpass filter that's being mixed in or something. I'm getting a little action there out of it.
It says it adds the right amount of mix and movement to punch through the mix. Adds the right amount of movement to punch through the mix and reacts to an external trigger of your choosing to follow your tempo.
Okay. Yes, because that external trigger input. Then if you could get it to basically just do whatever, follow some other pedals or something. I think I need a little school on it before I totally get it, because I'm trying these different like frequency selects. I mean, they're clearly ranges.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes it's letting a lot of my signal pass, and sometimes it's blocking a lot of it off, and all I hear is some fuzzy distortion, and then it kind of like put it way up here at the top. Like it's taking all my low end away. I throw it back down. I've got like nothing but nothing but bottom.
So I wonder if those like higher settings are intended to be used with guitar.
Could be. I mean, yeah. So you see like the treble clef and and the C clef. Yeah.
Good for somebody wanting to screw with their guitars. Yeah. Now let me ask you this.
So in down mode, around the middle, like 4 and 3, I get some of that fun, you know? Just kick that one in the middle of a set without any clue beforehand.
So I have a question.
Yep.
Now this external trigger thing, you had mentioned like you could use some other pedals, or maybe like you must be able to like sync it to a clock or some kind of click or something like that. But could you, in a way, trigger that to a kick drum on a bass, on a drum kit? Because I mean that would be kind of
like literally plug a drum trigger into it.
Yeah,
that would be wild.
Like use the kick drum as the trigger, because then the rhythm section,
the drummer plays and it's like wow 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 every time.
Yeah, so like the rhythm section really being locked in would allow this pedal to like do something to what the bassist is playing based on what the drummer's doing, without the musicians themselves needing to be responsible for that sort of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, just a crazy idea.
Yeah, cool.
Death by Audio makes cool stuff. I bet
something.
somebody could do some rad shit with that.
Yeah.
Remember the Apocalypse? Man, they have some cool ass pedals.
They do have some cool ass pedals.
Yeah.
For what that's worth. Okay, so that is the deep animation from Death by Audio.
Man, they've got the coolest names too. Interstellar Overdriver, Total Sonic Annihilation. Evil Filter, Absolute Destruction. I mean, come on. You can't.
I forgot to throw a picture of it up onto the site, but
that's all right.
I mean the site. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I forgot to throw their site up onto the video. That's okay. I should at least write it down. What was this? Nope, that's not my cursor. That's your cursor. I thought I was you in the notes. Death by Audio. Say it with me.
Fuzz
animation.
Deep. Right. Yeah. I've already forgot the name. Sorry.
Okay. And that was pedal Genie.
Hooray. Genid.
Genid. I can spell. All right. Fair enough.
Neat.
I'll find a link later. So, doing business as. What's left? Oh, a couple of things. Couple of things.
Yeah.
But for one thing, this we were going to circle back to. So this is.
Oh, thanks, Pedal Genie.
Oh, thanks, but yeah, thanks for sending this heavy hunk of stuff. It was interesting.
I have a pedal coming, I think on Saturday, that I'm really looking forward to checking out. So
sweet.
Word.
Okay, last major segment of the. You have a bell. You just
where you been, dog?
You just blew Matt's mind.
I got a bell.
Okay,
that's why the bottoms of the koozies say "ding" for the uninitiated. Okay.
Ding. All right. Last thing. Oh shoot! Wait, I already played that.
I was like, oh wait, this is.
Did I run out of sounds? I ran out of sounds. Hold on. What do you want to hear?
I don't know. What do you got? Play an old one. You got a really old one?
No, I have to convert them now. Like I haven't even prepped.
Dude, fucking hit me with the DRV. You got that handy?
It's not on here because I think that's still in 24-bit. Like I have to convert all these for this new system, and I.
All right.
I literally
don't know. Just like whatever. I don't care.
Okay. Wait. Gotta go fast.
Pure
hop
speed.
over to this drive. Throw his pedal at Derek. Where's that folder? Because I also had them in a really annoying folder before, so I'm also moving them into a. What is this?
We can just skip it. We can just continue doing the show.
Oh God. I just have they won't play. My system won't play 20. Anyway, I can't.
Okay.
I can't. Doesn't happen.
Here we go.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
I got my guitar Lele here.
Yeah.
There we go.
There it is. The guitar Lele.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I got to write that down. Guitar Lele. How do you spell that?
It's in the middle. It's Guitalele, Guitalele from Yamaha. This thing is awesome. This is my little office guitar.
Yeah.
It's tuned fifth up, so it's A to A. And I
Beautiful.
I love it. It's so cool. I jam on it all the time.
Okay, so a month ago, well, 4 weeks ago, the question was posed. I want to buy my first tube amp. I have a budget of about $1,000. What should I get? What should be my first tube amp? This is from somebody who has been into digital stuff, but not into proper tube amps. So we talked about, I posed this to the Discord, and Derek, did anybody respond in Discord? Because I didn't think I remember anybody responding.
I think we talked a little about AC-15s. I can't remember if that was related to the episode with Kyle and Brian. But
right. So yeah, we talked about it when Kyle and Brian were here, and basically the gist of what they were coming down on was
get a bass amp.
Classics. Well, it was get a bass amp, but it was also classics. It was also like the classic things that everybody knows, which at first I was sort of not thinking that way at all. And so that surprised me. It took me off guard when they went that way with it. But that's exactly why I asked him, right? And then it was like, but maybe that makes perfect sense, because why shouldn't you start there?
And they're classics for a reason.
Yeah, yeah. And they're classics for a reason, and just let it be what it is and get used to it. Right?
Yeah, when you guys had mentioned like allowing the limitations to help dictate and like help take some of the stress off of like the world of gear, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can say like, just get a Helix, bro. But that is super intimidating. And like the learning curve there is insane, right? So don't just get a Helix, bro.
There was an understated part of the question that was like, which tube amp is like a Helix? Which tube amp is going to be that in my world? And I don't know if that was actually in the question or if I was reading that into the question, but that made me step back and say, well, that's not correct. That's exactly not correct, because otherwise you would just get a Helix. Yeah,
I've been playing my Helix more this week.
But you weren't before.
I guess. But I'm in this office most of the time because I work in here as well, and I have a little 1x12 cab. So I usually just like rotate a guitar a week out of here, and I was using the Rev in here too. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll just grab the Helix this week instead. That's it. Like, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
It's just for the purposes of versatility, or not versatility, but variety's sake. Like my Strat's in here right now. I just haven't played in a while, so it's Strat week. But anyway, so I guess to close a loop from that episode, yes, I did sell my Vox AC30. And sold/traded at the guitar store in town towards the Rev.
Okay, so I definitely knew that and just forgot.
Okay.
Because we talked about that. So
and it was just that like you had said and were correct that I was using the Helix for the band stuff and hadn't really hauled the Vox around in a few months. And also it was just it's a lot of amp. You know, it's too much amp for home for me. Yeah. And
it's too much amp for a lot of settings, frankly.
It sounded great. Like, it was a really fun amp, and somebody asked if I missed it. And I have not thought twice about not having the Rev, but
not having the AC30.
Sorry, not having the AC30. I've not thought twice about having bought the Rev instead.
Right.
I miss it in the sense that I miss all of the gear I've sold over the years because I just love gear. So like, but that's not really a fair thing to talk about. But my pick, to no one's surprise, is the Rev D20 or G20, depending on like which flavor you want. Those are $1,300. So like, you got to get a used one if you're tight on your budget.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, it's so hard for me to look elsewhere for that kind of thing because yes, it's a tube amp. I love it. It sounds really good. It sounds far more like there's more sag and more tube compression and more just general like squishiness under the pick than with the AC30.
Because it was too hot.
It's really hot.
Too much power.
Yeah. It's got, speaking of power, the Rev has the power scaling. So 20 down to 4. I'm always running it at 4 at home. I haven't had any reason to put it at 20. And then it's got the 2 notes built in. So like fucking right there, you just go straight into an interface and you're off to the races with all that stuff without the need for something like a Helix. So
without the complication, right? So you have the modern appointments. The modern appointments without it being, I mean, it's still just a tube amp, right? It still like has the limitations and faculties of a tube amp.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. And like when you're plugged into the speaker using the actual tube amp function, the rotary dial on the front that does the IRs, it's just disabled. Like you can't do anything with it. But when you're plugged in direct,
it would sound bloody awful, by the way.
That's why. It'd be total shit. So like you can plug in the XLR and go direct. You can like manage all the IRs. It's like the tech is there if you want it, but if you don't want it, you're not losing anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the amp, I'm super guilty of this. Like the amp is a part of the tone of your rig that I think a lot of people kind of tend to ignore / don't put enough credit towards, because guitars can be really exciting, pedals can be really exciting, and amps feel like your canvas for applying those things to. So, you know, we've talked about this before with things like IRs. Sometimes it can be really valuable to have one amp in multiple cabinets or multiple amps in the same cabinet, whatever it is, all those combinations of things, because the voicings of all those are super different. So
I mean, speakers changed a lot too. That's the thing. So does the Rev come as a combo?
No.
Okay.
It's a head. Well,
so that makes it, that complicates things as well. Like as far as this being a pick for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, and you're already over budget, so I think that makes it tough.
Well, so a used D20 is around $1,000. I had seen some when I was buying mine. I had seen a few as low as like $800. Again, no cab.
Yeah.
But technically speaking, with that amp, you don't need a cab because of the IR stuff. But for the purposes of the conversation, like you want a tube amp because you can play it through a speaker.
Right. I think you do want a cab right at that point. Although, like, well, whatever. I was about to say, like, what about the FR cabs? But that's a dumb that's a dumb to bring into this question.
Well, I mean, you're not going to save a lot of money there. So, like, if the budget is the question,
I think the spirit of the question is I want to do the real tube amp guitar thing. So we shouldn't be screwing around with other stuff like that. So having something like that has this direct output, it's a convenience and an option, but it is not the main point of the thing. And the only reason to pick that is, and it'll still do this other stuff for you, which is convenient. But the whole point of it is like get into an actual tube amp and start to feel what that feels like. And
like if you don't care about recording, right? Because that's the play with the D20. I'm just looking at some other stuff. Let me hit reverb real quick. One amp that I thought was going to be in the budget is not.
What in the chat while Derek looks that up, what amps are not a good idea as your first tube amp?
Fucking half stack.
Under 1,000, Derek. Everybody's typing.
So I'm looking here.
Fryers.
I'm looking here. This is pushing the budget a little bit. But a Dr. Z Maz 18 Junior can, on a good day, be as low as 1,200.
Yeah,
they tend to be a little higher, but like that's a serious amp. Those are combos, so or you can get it in a combo. That's just guitar amp, full stop.
Yeah,
you know, it doesn't have any of the stuff. Bad amps, I guess, for this. Although, you know, here's the thing. I was just listening to this on Dipped in Tone, Rhett Schull's podcast. Line 6 has a new series of amps called the Catalyst that is like some of the Helix tech, but it's not like a board. It's just a combo amp. and it's got some sound. It's kind of like the evolution of the Spider series, and they sound really, really good. So something like that, Boss Katana, something like that, those things are getting really serious these days. And you don't have the variability of tube amps. But again, if you want tube amp, specifically because tube, like that's a different conversation.
I hate the idea of that so much. And am I jaded or something? But like, obviously you draw comparisons to like the Spider amps of the 90s, right? From Line 6, that was early Line 6 modeling in an amp form factor. I thought the modeling wasn't amazing yet. And it's also in this form factor that it doesn't have the convenience of being a little bean, which is what pods look like back then. So it's awful. It's awful. So now I like in my mind, when you say like, oh, they're making this, it's a combo amp, but it's really a Helix in a combo amp form. I'm thinking that's fucking stupid. I hate that.
Well, it doesn't have anywhere near the amount of control. So there's that.
Well, then that's even worse. Like, what are we doing?
I don't know if they're marketing it as like, this has the Helix amps in it. It's just that like the tech has come so far, right? It is so much better than it used to be. So even a shitty, I'm not even saying it's shitty, but like even a less than pristine kind of non-high-end Helix tier amp model is still better than Pod. Right, is still better than
I know, but
Spider. But
I hate the idea that it's stuck into this form factor, and then it's limit. Like basically, if you're gonna do modeling, you have to do it all. You have to have the full function and be able to move the blocks around, and all. You have to like let that happen. If it's a computer, you have to let it be a computer, and if it's not a computer, then you have to let it be a tube amp. I don't like.
Well, then what about the D20?
But that's what it is, a tube amp. It's just so that it can function in that other situation. It's not modeling anything. I guess there's IRs, but that's not the sort of the important part. Like it's not. It doesn't have like the effects and all this shit like this. If they're gonna say this is like, what's the point of it not having a whole Helix in it?
Budget.
What is the But the
that's
HX
it.
Stomp
Like,
is $600.
I know. Well, the Catalyst 100 watt combo 112 is 400. So I don't disagree with you. You know, it's
all right.
And it's just like, oh, here's your amp choices: clean, boutique, chimey, crunch, dynamic, and high gain. That's it. And they're not even named like this is the JTM 45.
Well, they never are.
You know,
though. That's
but the Helix stuff is much closer to that. It'll say like Brit 45 jump, you know, and that's a JTM 45 jumped. But this is just like crunch, dynamic, you know. And I've not actually played one of these, but I've heard good things. They have a freaking tuner built in, it looks like. I don't even know. There's a tap tempo thing. It's got some effects and stuff in it.
I, for one, love that the tuner doesn't turn off.
A deep cut. That is this amp though, the Catalyst and the Katana. This is still not the answer to the question.
No,
I think.
So what are fucking A.
I'm just gonna search Sweetwater for tube amp and see what happens. I mean, you have to talk about.
On a buy this. Yeah.
You got to talk about stuff like the Blues Junior, right? 749. It is a 112 15 watt Fender amp. Like it is.
See, I think something like that, like in the 15 watt kind of range, is a good idea.
Oh, me too. Me too.
So that makes it seem like the other answers to the questions that were like, you know, an AC15, a used one is what I'm picturing, right? Like some amp that used versions exist, then that's a kind of a good choice, right? Because then you're really going under budget, probably, at least in some cases.
Here's a good option. I think this is 20% push on the budget, but I bet you could find a used one.
Okay.
The Supro 1968 RK, the Keeley edition, which is a super pedal platform friendly version of this amp. And Supro, they're friggin' doing it these days, and I trust them. You know, it's got a Celestion Creamback in it. It's got just clean on clean 4 pedals and stuff. So if you're looking to have like a 1 amp thing, I do think you kind of want something that is pedal ready. The D20 is in that camp. The AC30, AC15, I don't really think is like people talk about it being clean and chimey and stuff, which it is. I don't think it's the greatest pedal platform. I have plenty of pedals that I think sound way better with my current rig or way better with my friggin' Helix than they did through the AC30.
Yeah.
So stuff to think about. But I don't know. I mean, search Sweetwater, Musician's Friend, Guitar Center, whatever, for tube amp and see what you find. I mean, like it'll at least get you in the zone of like what to research. So you can see like a Mesa Boogie Fillmore 25 is 1,700. Well, that's beyond the budget. So like, let's just ignore Mesa or ignore that Mesa.
Yeah.
You know, narrow the search. Tone King, you're going to be way out of it. Yeah. So anyway, here's a Tone King Gremlin 5-watt 1x12 with an attenuator for $13.95. Again,
that
a little
seems
out
like
of the
a
budget.
reasonable.
But that's
Tone
a deal.
King,
And Tone King is like, they're pretty boutique.
Yeah.
I've run over my headphone cable in my chair.
This is the moment. Lord. Okay. We need to start drawing this to a close.
Sorry, yes.
That's so I guess this is the answer. We did not come up with a super good answer, but there is lots of possibilities. And I feel like in talking about it, we hopefully create the kind of,
well, I also want to say
the kind of room that somebody who's actually thinking about buying something can act within.
Exactly. There is not a right answer, right? And we all know this. You're right. So it's just, I think the question was not, hey, everybody, come to a consensus and tell me which tube amp to buy. The question was,
because we fucked that right up.
Yeah. The question is like, what are your recommendations, community, for a tube amp around $1,000? Matt says Hot Rod Deluxe. I mean, he says, right, it's the backline on every gig, so why not?
Always a Fender.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, look at the classics, right? Look at the Hot Rod DeVille series. I had one, and it was cool. You know, they're cool. It's just, I don't know. You don't need to kill yourself over this kind of decision. Your first amp's not your last amp.
Okay. Last up before we go, I've got something special for everybody.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait, I know about it. Never mind.
Derek thought he was getting a surprise.
I was like, oh my God, a surprise for me. Oh, no, wait, I sent Justin this thing earlier.
Okay, so I finally did the thing that I promised I was going to do and then kept not doing. I made a merch store.
Look at this.
It's pretty fucking basic right now. I didn't even put our logo in I did this afternoon, okay, before the show so that I could show you. But the point is, the basic original Tone Control logo is on stuff. I think we're going to come up with some other things too, because we can do fun color inversions that'll be maybe more specific, and I won't necessarily put on every single item. But I basically selected every single item that wasn't just including the original crop hoodie. Okay, so for those among you who are into a crop hoodie, which I assume is anybody with just stunning abs,
friggin' ripping abs,
cut to shit, just absolutely.
What are they? Those are the muscles that make you make bad choices, right? Is that?
So anyway, I basically just threw this logo on everything. There's as many colors as could be available on any particular thing. I just enabled all the colors. So like some of them only have like 6 or so like this. But let's go back. Let's see. Where's like the basic?
The original.
The Tri-Blend T. This is going to have, this has nothing for colors. I got to find where's the original like deluxe shirt?
Original.
Here's a women's classic.
Right there.
Like this one's even previewing gray. Well, this even doesn't have all the colors.
No, I know the one you're talking about.
There's one that has like 26 fucking colors. God damn it.
Wait, go back up.
What?
Go back up. Up. Wait, right there. Original Comfort Tee. Left.
Original Comfort Tee. Original Comfort Tee. No, look.
No, God damn it. I saw it
Which one
morning.
has all the damn colors? It's going to be like at the bottom. Oh, they're still going. Look, drinkware. You see a bunch of phone cases. I'm going to edit that because you see how they wrap weird.
Here's the deal, folks. You don't need to buy a tone control phone case. It's fine.
Whatever, it's there. I'm going to edit them so that they don't wrap weird like that.
There we go.
There's
Premium
the fucking,
tea.
look at all this shit. Look at this. Yellow, burgundy, orange for some reason. Well, that looks particularly bad. Look at that. If somebody buys that color, send me a picture of yourself wearing it. This little baby blue motherfucker right here. This is a couple of dark blues that are real nice. I like that.
It'll match your koozie.
I like that. Four payments of $6.75. What the fuck did we just sign up for? Why are they offering payment plans on a shirt? Jesus. Okay. So how do we find this? This right now, I don't have a better link. So unfortunately, I think I'm just gonna have to put the link in. It's wicked stupid. You can put a domain on these, but it's. I think I have to. Even though we have a domain, I think I have to pay the store for the privilege of linking to a specific part of my domain.
No, let's just make a bit.ly or something.
We're gonna make a short link. But if you want, the Tone Control Podcast Shop .creatorspring.com, except everything has a hyphen. So that's a stupid fucking URL that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I don't have Discord up. Is everybody freaking out? Okay, good. There's a little bit of freak out. I was afraid that I was going to turn back. Everyone was going to be bored.
Billy May is here for tone control. Oh my God.
Look, there's tote bags, there's mugs, there's black mugs. I don't know why there's two different items for that, but for some reason there are water bottles.
Well, the black one's $1 more. What the hell is that about?
What is different about this? I don't understand. Like, what is different about this mug? Like, look, I can get this one.
I bet. Other one.
It doesn't have the handle. It's just like printed colors. It's printed colors. Okay.
That's dumb.
Well, that does look sort of stupid. Don't buy this one. I might take this one down. We might go only black mug. The black mug, you see, doesn't have a color.
It only comes in black.
There's a size guide for the mug. Welcome to the world of being a merchant. Anyway, there's
2-minute read, everybody. 2-minute read.
A wine tumbler. I put die cut stickers on here. We have our own stickers that we printed, but they have circular. They would do a circular die cut sticker, so I threw that on here. That way you don't have to worry about waiting for us to ship it to you and stuff like that. Here's the mug. Look what I did. The logo is the whole pint glass. It's the whole damn thing. It's possible that I'll want to adjust some of these. Maybe I'll make it just like so that it looks nice, or maybe we'll leave it like this. And if you buy one now and then I change it, then you will have gotten one of the originals. What else is here? You know what's really sharp?
Misprint.
The zip hoodie.
The zip hoodie is killing it. I might buy myself one of those.
Look at that. Look at that in blue.
Look at that. It's freaking sharp. I like the black one myself, but yeah.
The black? Yep.
Yeah.
Looks nice with the little thing in the pocket.
Yeah.
Now we can add stuff like that too. We could do a different design where it's more like a pocket kind of situation for t-shirts, or maybe we do something on the back. Other things will probably come, but for right now I just did the logo and put it on fucking everything. Except I didn't put it on like stuff like the leggings and stuff where it like wraps around and it just looks, when you wrap this logo, it's not a pattern, so you wrap it around like a whole.
Although, Justin, I can make you a pattern and we can have tone control leggings for all the ladies out there. Or for, what? Screw it. For anybody out there.
That's right.
I'm not going to gatekeep leggings.
All right. So, guys, that's the story from the Tone Control, and all that's left is to thank our patrons. What are patrons, you ask? Well, they're a bunch of people who had more money than sense and decided to send us some. So by supporting the show, by becoming a patron, we're going to thank them in every single episode. And you can do so yourself for as little as $1 a month by going to patreon.com/thetonecontrol. And if you want to support the show bigger than $1, for $2 or more, you'll be a supporter plus, and that adds you to the special role in Discord where you get to be part of us and show us gifts and leggings are pants. Okay.
We're talking about leggings in the chat now, Justin. Just don't mind us.
Okay, I got to move on from the chat or I'm going to be bogged down here. And if you want to join us in Discord, discord.io/tone control. And if you are a supporter and in Discord, then you get the lovely privilege of seeing the special channels where we do this sort of nonsense. So our patrons for this episode include Carson Ricketts, Nick Greenwood, Timmy S., Matthew Fenslaw, Ryzen Wolf, Jamie Evans, Jeffrey Wright, Doug King, Doug Gann, Righteous Ryan Johnson, Steve Huffman, Jonas Sabatini, Obi-Wan Cat Nobi, Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove, OG friend of the show, Brian Rizzi, Doug Christ of 37 Effects, Sean Wright of Lollygagger Effects, and Brian Gower and Kyle McIntyre of the Tone Jerks podcast, who got pushed onto the second page for some reason. But I didn't forget them.
No, you didn't. Too many notes. Too many cool things to talk about.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. And I hope you had fun.
Yeah, thanks all.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. And I didn't play any
wait,
of the
you didn't do the music.
either.
Oh, see, last time you did the music too early. And
Well, now we can just wait. What do you want to talk about while the music plays?
You want to see something gross?
Yeah.
This is not the typical kind of gross. This is my textbook for my grad term at the moment.
Ooh.
It sucks,
That is a
dude.
thick boy.
It is a mega thick boy. It is 1,604 pages.
Okay.
And you could hurt a man with it. It sucks. Anyway, that's it for the tone control, you guys. Hey, we should get tone control fidget spinners. That's not a thing anymore, is it?
Are fidget spinners a thing? Right in. You tell us.
I just saw
Join the Discord.
I got a fidget spinner from work, and it's over there. We got to get them for tone control. Okay, never mind. Bye.
All right. Bye. Woo.